أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Gentlemen, the topic of today is talking about the difference of our digital media, social media, life activities and the activities of early ages when there was no digital media and social media, and how our lives have changed to digital world, and what are the requirements of digital world of interaction and communication, and how we can relate it to old ages of communication when it was on phone and when it was on conference calls or it was on general gatherings in a hall. And we are going to talk about the ethics of communication in non-verbal communication, which is written texts, and the difference of what different way of communications in these social media platforms can be used with different positive and negative effects. In early ages, when there was a gathering in a hall, in a room, anywhere, there were some human ethics, social ethics, and some Islamic religious rulings and practices of Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, alayhi afdal salatu wa atammu taslim. And since all the physical interactions of people and human beings has stopped over the last 5 to 10 years gradually, and most of the communications has been transferred to social platforms, social media, WhatsApp messages, all whatsoever communication channel you are using, FaceTime, Zoom, Do, Meeting, XYZ. For sure, it has also changed the professional life and has already jumped into work from home in business sector, and much more differences which has been found and we are observing every day. Well, cutting the story short, when we are in a group, let's say it's in Telegram or in WhatsApp or in whatsoever medium, in Facebook, when you are commenting to a post or XYZ, whatsoever the medium is, there are set of rules, regulations. Even our Sharia, the religion of Islam, teaches us. Besides, there are human behavioral sciences which tells us how to interact in such kind of platforms, because they are resembling our digital meetings, which are exactly as they were when we were meeting practically with people. For example, an organization has a set of rules and regulations and policies, or a home has a set of policy or system from the homeowner, or any business or any social activity or any organization or any friend circle has set of rules in between them, so that they select someone, or automatically someone is there who gathers the friends and circles and communicates and coordinates and gathers friends. Even earlier in ages, many of our friends have been taking these tasks voluntarily, and they were the center point of contact between all friends. Like most of people are extrovert personalities and introvert personalities. Now, when we are talking, let's come closer to our main agenda of the speech. The difference has changed the social life from which is we are talking about from early ages communications and gatherings, and nowadays the communications and gatherings, friends, circles, communities, XYZ, many things has changed. It's on us purely that whether we should take the same set of rules and regulations. When in the early ages we were entering a hall where 200 people are sitting and one person is talking on a stage, and there are friends, organizers, administrators at that time, some friends staying at the door, some friends outside watching, some friends they are on the stage, and somebody is talking on the stage. So when there was somebody who's talking on the stage and you are the guest, as a guest in that hall, you were not allowed to talk unless when it was said to you that there is a question answer session to discuss many things. And by the way, since you are not the administration or administrator or the member of that team, you have to just come, enjoy the whole activities, and when you want to leave and it's a leaving time, everybody was leaving, and when it's coming time, everyone was coming. But in social media and in groups, these ethics are missing. For example, earlier you as a guest, as a member, you were given chances to speak when it was needed based on question answer sessions. Nowadays, because the social media is open platform, and at that time, because when you are talking there are 250 people were looking into you and your eyes and your body language and what you are saying. And nowadays, because most of the people who enter the groups with unknown identities, they believe that they can open their mouth as much as they can, and they can say anything, whatever comes in their mind, which is wrong, which is purely wrong, because you does not have the right of any kind to come and jeopardize those 200 or 250 people mentality, and you just want to change because you don't like that scenario. So it's that scenario. Today it has been transformed into a digital world, and in this digital world you are one of the members of that group which is sitting in a hall. Now, since here it's an open talk platforms, people come upon together and being gathered by different people or administrators or coordinators. So sometimes when you enter a group, you see, for example, this group is more into nudity, and they share with each other nudities and some vulgar and which are forbidden in many cultural and societies, and at the same time as a religion they are being forbidden by many religions to make sure that that should not go on again and again. So, but still, you find groups where people are sharing these things and they are happy with it. They are same mentality. At the same time, there is group where most of the people are sharing political news and they are happy with that because they know their powers. They know how much far they can go. Again, there are people who are enjoying religious debates, and they're talking with each other, and they know what are the limits of each other, and they talk within the circle set by religion to how to respect and to be respected. 5 to 10 people in halls, when there are gatherings in halls, sit together on a one table and they have their own discussions, because they might be friends, they might be new interactors, they might be different categories of people, and mostly you sit with someone you know. And sometimes when you are new, you need to learn how to which table do you need to go based on your age sector. Sometimes you go with your age sector or age category, and you choose those people, and you are new. But when you are sitting there and there are 5 people sitting on table and they are talking about particular topic which is a combination of all acceptances from 5 or 6 or 10 of them. Now another person from another table cannot poke his nose again and again to these 5 people or to 10 people, and since he don't know them, he normally, before, in any hotel or in any sitting or gathering, doesn't happen like that. You cannot go, there are 5 people talking at a table and you suddenly putting your nose between them and you're saying, no, that's wrong, that's like this. So what's happening in these groups, in social media, in WhatsApp, and these all mediums, is that people, regardless of who is available in the group, because they don't know, first of all, and sometimes when they know already, they take wrong actions. For example, they want to tell that they are the superheroes, they are the supermen, and they are the one who are right, and the 250 people sitting in the group with same mentality, they are wrong. So they are not wrong. You need to leave the group. You need to leave that place because you are misfit there. People in that group doesn't like a particular set of things which you like. So it's a misfit. Either you are there to follow the rules of that group, or either you are moving. That the best solution is, when you are misfit, you should move. The same way, it's ethically good when we are talking by texts. When the conversation is increased between 2 people or 2 persons, it's better to go on private messages with each other, not to disturb the 200 people, unless the topic is a general topic and you believe that 250 people also should be benefiting from them. For example, somebody just come on and talk about businesses, and somebody talk about some different things. So there are some groups which welcomes all kind of topics, so no harm, no problem, you can talk there. And some groups doesn't allow. They have their policies, they have their systems. You have to follow those systems, and you have to act according to best interest of you. You can get benefit out of that group instead of harming them. You must get benefit out of it. If you believe that that group is a beneficial group for you, you just don't poke your nose into things which are not related to you. For example, if somebody sends some sharing and you expect that there should be someone, the administrator should answer or should take action, it's not your duty. If you are not an administrator, or if you are an administrator, it's your duty. But if you are not the administrator, then it's not your duty to tell who should take what action, because there is already some set of people as an organizers or coordinators for the group. It's very important. A group having, for example, 5 different policies: no nudity, no debates, no personal attacks, no KSA related news or whatsoever, and they have set of policies. You have to follow them because you accepted the group with its description that that group has particular rules and set of rules. If you are not accepting that, if you are not adhering to that, then it's a big problem for you yourself and between the mismatch of what you are doing and what's happening and what will happen to you later on. Simply enjoy the groups, be ethical, be communicative, but with very full respect, with keeping in mind that public speaking needs particular skills. Read about public speaking skills, learn about them, go to YouTube, go to different mediums, learn about these techniques, how to talk in public and how to create friends rather than enemies and opponents. This is the very much important point to create on social media applications or whatsoever as groups or platforms. When it comes to platform, before there were 10-15 people gathering and they were planning that okay, we are going to be creating an organization, now we are the main people of that organization and now we are going to increase, and later on the hall was full of that kind of people who has accepted to come in that hall. Nowadays it's easier. For example, if somebody coordinates and have an idea of gathering friends together, he is just putting a link of WhatsApp or he is inviting his friends and he is telling them come and enjoy, for example. So when somebody is calling you or gathering you together, he is not putting you together because he want to remove you. He want to have you help him and yourself to get the best benefit out of that group. It's not an easy anymore. Simply just be patient and try to see what better solution you can give to that group and work on the policies of that group instead of always talking about different, for example, reasons and jeopardizing that group's atmosphere. And that was for all for today. Thank you very much for your listening. I hope it was very much clear that these social media and platforms are for the benefits, not for harming anybody. So if somebody is coming to the group, he is welcome, and if somebody is leaving because his mentality doesn't match us. Thank you very much. Fi amanillah. Allah Hafiz.